Good morning, everybody, and this is your EUR USD setups for today. So quite a bit of noise going on in Europe, which is probably setting us up quite nicely. And I just want to get these levels in. So just look left, you can see what I'm doing. There's a zone here, which is very important. We've touched it there, we've touched it there, we played it on there, we're playing it in here. So we need to clear the zone or reject it. For something to happen. So let's just start with the 8 hour. So the 8 hour, we do have a break of a smaller trend, which was over the last 2 weeks, which is there. Let's just put that in. We can always use that trend line on the next trend. So there it is there. We broke, we've come back. It does look like we're testing it. So I would just put that structure in on this fractal here. That's at 107,263. Then get up to this one. Oh, how's that? Exactly the same angle. And that would be the next trend line, which is quite far away. So what I also would like to do is just establish where this next level is, and there's one more above us. We'll look at them now. Right, so we're in an area which could be a break of this range, or setting up of the range for a move to the upside, and the range is over the last 2 weeks. Or alternatively, this is just another lower high, big engulfing bar, and we're looking for a move to the downside. So there is a lot of political noise in Europe, and then we're waiting for economic data this week as well. So you can see last 2 weeks, the range I'm talking about, we popped above it, but now we're back in the range. And this is the area of interest, 107,344, 107,263. So yeah, for me, we need to get back above 107,470, build a base there, and then probably just test this 107,740, 107,880 area before getting too excited. So it could be a potential swing to the upside brewing. The 8 hour is not convinced yet, but the 3 hour does look that way. We just need to get going with the move, which we don't see at the moment. Then if we look at the hour, that hypothesis is completely confused and not applicable. Big up, big down, big up, big down. Then massive gap up with some data that came out, was manufacturing data that came out yesterday in the US, and then we dropped and then just held this area. So your guess is as good as mine right now. You know, we do have some trendline support here, over there, which we haven't broken yet. So based on that, we need to get below the lows of Friday before we can start looking for shorts. And the 15-minute is not going to help you anything either. Started to get going, but I mean that's just chaos. I mean, look at these gaps up, gaps down, and then just going nowhere. And then we still got this weekly gap here. I'm sitting on the sides. I'm not really going to try second guess this thing. You might as well just toss a coin. So I think the logical thing would be to wait for the gap close before we do anything, and you can see that's going to be right at this trend as well. So possibly there is a short brewing. You've got a 100-point stop loss for 150 point, 160 point gain, but that just seems like a lot of effort for, or a lot of risk for me, and there's no real direction that we're going in. So I'm sitting on the sides. And you can see this massive rejection bar on the daily. So I suppose we should actually be favoring the downside. We've got a cross over the moving averages here, but the problem is you've got so much resistance and support to the left. And if you look at the daily oscillators, you can see, you know, we're really oversold at the moment. So I'm a bit reluctant to be chasing that right now. So I am sitting on the sides today, guys. I'm not interested in any of this right now. It just looks absolutely chaotic. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.